What's the
Welcome to Austin, Texas, and Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, where the horns are up and this burnt orange crowd is ready to help Texas hook 'em. There's just something about the nightcap. After a day of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the ACC, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. Texas. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out. Did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Offense getting set for first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this...
Oh, it's out! They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Got it set up on the outside. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. That screen pass just never had a chance to get going, and the defense wrecked it from the start.
And you assume on a screenplay you're going to get something positive, something decent. That was absolutely awful. There was nowhere to go, no room for the running back to make a play. That offense needs to execute that a lot better.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Coming after him. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. Wide open downfield. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
The Longhorns are rolling down the field. Let's go! He'll pull it on the read. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. They go to the draw. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Oh, he missed it. No good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. That 53-yard attempt was well within his range, but now this offense will take over at its own 36. Using the spin move. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He leaves it with the back. plows through the defense. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker into his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
They'll throw it on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
He wants to throw it again. Getting some heat. He's going to run it.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Bulldogs! What a grab and go for the score. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
Georgia 7, Texas 0.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Texas.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offense.
What a cut. Now he's loose. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Using the quick game. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him. Put him in the slot. Put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That way, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He'll come out throwing on first down. They're bringing heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Second down coming up. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Georgia 7, Texas 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Quarterback adapting. He'll pull it down. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
God, he's annoying to play against. You think about it as a defense, I'm trying to cage you in, trying to keep you in the pocket, and then he's just whoop, 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 spinning all over the place, getting outside the pocket, making plays, and then you got to go chase him again and again and again. Just wears you out.
Third and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. This is a designed run. Kept it, and he's got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas!
Man, he took off and went. God, the quarterback made the read quickly. You could tell he wanted to take off with the football. And how dangerous is he when he just started chewing up yards and running away from the defense. Nice run by the quarterback.
And they did tack on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he capped it off with a 27-yard touchdown run. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They'll run it from the gun. And it's slipped out. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. The Dogs will hustle to the line.
And as a defense, you just want to steal some possessions, create some turnovers. You force the fumble. But, man, what a break for the offense to fall back on it. Those are moments that you just get a little bit frustrated because it's the luck of a bounce.
They stop him just a league or two short of the first, and, man, what they can do on 2nd down here. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the back. He breaks a tackle. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
And you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
To the air on first down. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. On second down, he'll let it fly. Makes his connection. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
But we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him in.
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Kansas State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there and the Little Apple behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 13 to Pittsburgh. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
How about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. He's looking to throw it. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Good job on defense, getting a hand on it, tipping it up in the air. They weren't able to pick it off, but they do force the incompletion.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. The aerial assault continues. He'll pull it down and run. Still running at the 40. Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he had an opportunity there to make something out of nothing, but things just got sideways and the ball came free.
I just like the effort on defense, okay? They couldn't get to the quarterback initially in the pocket. He starts scrambling, and they don't quit. You saw all of the effort of everybody pursuing the QB, catching up to him, and then creating the fumble. Awesome job.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. And now on second down for this offense. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Off the play fake. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which D linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is you turn around after the play fake, and bam! That defender's right in your face.
Georgia sends out the punt team. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up the big return. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They put it on the ground last time. They had it. Got to take care of it this time, David.
And I think you got to put in context. A lot of times fumbles are just luck. You just got to move on, give him the football again, Jesse, and not worry about it.
I think that's a good point there, David. Get him the ball again to help him play the next play and know that he's okay. Because when that guy's playing well, this offense is on fire.
Line gets set. First down. They'll try the run. Fakes his man out. And they'll knock him down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. The Longhorns will punt this one away. Just needs a crack to get a return. He gets a block. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Georgia. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Texas. Bringing it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to know where to go, and the ball is loose. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
They're not afraid to let one fly from back here. He's turning it loose into the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points beforehand.
Yeah, two biggest things are you got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those two things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Trying to get behind the defense. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And how about this offense? Man, they must have used fall camp perfectly. Coming out firing on all cylinders, smooth, in a rhythm. Great start to the year by this offense.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. The option look. He'll toss it. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Longhorns will boot it away to start the 2nd half. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the...